This is the first bit of mechanics that you guys need to learn about this raid. Obviously, up at the other door, we had the crystals. You went on one platform, you charged it up. Then you went to the other platform and you charged it up. So as you can see, each one of these crystals already starts with a certain percentage of fill up on them, right? If that drops to nothing, they explode and you die. Period. The end. You don't get up, you just die. And it starts you all the way back at the beginning again. If you want to do this solo, what you got to do is you want to activate one of the platforms, defend that platform until the thing fills all the way up, but you also have to keep an eye on the other two, because if they go down to nothing, you die. So if while you're charging that one up and you're killing enemies around you, if one of these gets too low, run to it instead of sitting there and charging that one. So let's get into it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you hop on this platform and as you can see, it'll start charging up. Now, while it's charging up, you're going to get attacked. You got to keep these guys off your platform. If they get on your platform, it stops charging. But again, while you're doing this, you got to keep an eye on the other two. Make sure that they're not losing charge. So if they lose charge, you die and you start over. And that's no fun. Nobody likes to do that. If the platform turns white and it's not glowing blue, then it stops charging. Yeah, it definitely went down. You guys can see that. And you can see that that one went down too. So I'm gonna have to run over to that one before it explodes. Let's go over here and keep this one from blowing up because it was on the verge. Yeah, this is Mayhem 4. So you can tell that there's definitely some issues with scaling. I'm using Mayhem 10 guns versus Mayhem 4 enemies. It's still kind of rough. Love this takedown, but we need checkpoints at raid bosses. There is a checkpoint after you beat the first boss. I think that's the only checkpoint, right? There we go. That one's done. So now you can move on to the final one. And then at this point, it's just a matter of defending this one, keeping it charging, keeping enemies off of it. Okay, so once you get all these activated, then you can go through the thing. All right, now this room is pretty straightforward. It's just a quick little mob check. I think you get what, 2 waves? You get this first initial wave, and then on the other side of the bridge you get another wave. Might be 3 total waves actually. Nothing seems to be up there. I've tried killing everything, killing the bridge and crossing and then going up there, and there's no chest. So I don't really know what the point is of those platforms. Then when you cross here, you get these guys that'll spawn. Any of the new weapons even worth the trouble? Not that I've discovered. The Globetrotter may be the best of the bunch, but even that, I mean, it's a launcher, and I just don't like launchers in general. So, all right, so you can see once we clear this, nothing spawns up there. I was hoping like clearing this, you would get like a chest or something, but nothing. So I don't know. The upper part is to reach the flying enemies as a melee build character. Okay, I guess that could make sense. All right, platform time. Now as Zane, I can just, well, maybe not. I did not have my speed boost. Son of a bitch, now I gotta kill all these guys. All right, so after you kill the guys up top, your platforms will spawn. You can just platform over and jump down the hole. If for some reason you fall down here, you have to kill these waves of enemies in order to get the jump pads to turn on. I believe, yeah. Jump pads will not turn on until after you clear the waves down here. So a little bit of punishment if you fail your jumps, basically. Okay, well, the jump pads are on now. This is another problem I have with these jump pads. If you run and you jump across them, they do not launch you. You have to literally walk onto them to get them to work. Good, we made it. All right. All right, then you just ride the ramp. Don't do anything special here. Damn it said that there was some chests on the sides, but I didn't see anything when I played around. There is a chest up here, or at least there has been. I don't know if there's always a chest. Actually, there's 2 chests, yeah. There's 2 chests up here, but they're these kind of chests. I mean, you can still get legendaries, but this part is kind of confusing because you'd think that you drop down there, you die, because, you know, that's normally what happens when you drop off of a side of a platform in this game. But surprise, that's not what happens here. Here it's just gonna take you down to the boss fight. Now the boss fight consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 platforms, starting here with the middle platform that you should land on, and that's when Anathema, the Relentless, will spawn in. Now Anathema, the Relentless, has 12 total phases, and after each one, as you can see, he shoots out this huge radiation ball. You have to platform away, and get away from it. Now, don't make the mistake of trying to run over here and platform back real quick, because you'll fall off the map. Instead, just let him teleport to you. You can clear the platform of the mobs. Easy peasy. And then he's going to spawn in here. You wipe down that phase of him. And then he's going to do his big radiation bubble again. And now this part, you need to like look at your other platforms and find one that is also not... I'll show you here in a second. There'll be like a big red beam to let you know if a platform is safe to jump to or not. And I'll show you once we get that phase. Woo, you gotta watch out. These guys will bump you pretty hard. You gotta make sure they don't knock you off. All right, see this big red beam? That means this platform's not safe. This platform's safe. All the platforms are safe still yet. All right, so final immunity phase for this health bar. All right, and now we're gonna jump over this way. As you can see, that platform's not safe because there's a big red beam on it. So you don't want to jump to that because see, both that one and that one's gonna explode. Now, if you did jump to that, you do have time to hit another jump pad and get away, as you can see right there. But yeah, on this phase, you have to watch all the platforms that you're jumping to make sure that you're not gonna end up on one that's gonna be bad for you. So that one's bad. Middle platform's safe. You guys see how I did that? Hopefully that makes sense to you. So really, this phase is all about being careful which platform you jump to. So you see that one and that one are the ones that are going to blow up this time. At one point, it gets to the point where there's only going to be one platform that's safe. And that's what you got to really watch out for. All right, so now that one's not safe. That one's not safe. This one over here is the safe one. See, there's 3 that are going to blow up. Well, 4 that are going to blow up and only 1 that's safe. So this phase is where it gets tricky. This is actually kind of cool when you know the mechanics and you're like, okay, that's pretty neat. You know, that's pretty sneaky, and you gotta like be careful. You know what I mean? All right, so that one's not safe. The middle one's safe. Now the middle one, you don't have to hit the jump pad to get down to it. You can actually just jump off and land on it and be safe. In case you guys are wondering about that. All right, that one's not safe. That one's not safe. That one's not safe. This is the safe one. You got to find it fast and make your decision pretty quick so you don't die. Now, again, you can jump to any of the other platforms just to get off of that one that's going to blow up fast, and then hit their other jump pad once you realize which platform is safe. We'll do that on this run so you guys can get an idea of that. All right, so let's say we jump to the wrong platform. We're like, oh crap, this is not the right one. We got to figure out which one is the right one and then get to it quick. So it rewards you for making quick decisions, basically. I really actually kind of like this fight a lot. Despite the fact that there's a bunch of immune phases, it's done in a way that's actually kind of cool because you have to dodge and move and kill things, and I like that. All right, what we got? Krakatoa, Deadeye. Got one of the new shields. Of course, we're on Mayhem 4, so no anointment. But yeah, that's how that fight works, in case you guys needed tips on that. And when you go through the portal, this is your first checkpoint of this takedown. One thing I'll say about this part, okay, there's a couple things to know about this part. Near as I can tell, you have to kill all these enemies in this area to progress to the next area. Unless, because if you're playing as Zane or Amara, you can get some crazy speed build up. There we go. Ta-da! So that's a skip for you guys there, but otherwise you have to clear that entire platform of enemies, and it sucks, and I don't like it. All right, so again, you're doing another guard the crystals mission here. This time you can see the crystals from any of the platforms as you could before. And again, I recommend focusing one crystal, getting it maxed out, and not getting bumped off by. Well, sometimes you end up on the lower ledge, and that's fine because then you just gotta go around the side. Now these guys will get right up in your face, so the OPQ is a little bit dangerous on these crystals, unless you can keep distance on them. But these guys will jump right at you. And again, you got to keep an eye on your other crystal. Make sure it doesn't go down, because if it does, guess what? You die. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and jump on over there. It's pretty low. All right, that one's done. Now you can platform back over to this one and finish it up. Again, if the platform is not glowing blue, if it's got this white, then that means there's somebody on your platform. And if you step off of it completely and nobody's on it, it'll start turning orange. and that's when you know that it's draining life from it, or draining power or charge, whatever you want to call it. Luckily, the other ones don't go down. After you've activated them, they don't go down, so you don't have to worry about like having to jump back over to those, you know what I mean? All right, there we go, we got it. So now you want to take this one and head back up to the middle. Again, do not jump and then try and hit this, because if you jump, you go through it and it doesn't launch you. I learned that the hard way. And learning that the hard way when you're playing with a team and that leaves them high and dry, it sucks. Now you will get chests that'll spawn in there, not always, but those, again, those are just like those basic bitch chests, so I don't really. All right, here's another area where it's basically just to refresh you on the mechanics of platforming. After you clear these waves, the ground will shake again. That's your cue to know that the platforms are spawning in. Now you can jump to them from that topmost platform. It's the easiest. This one right here. You do not have to have speed or anything like that. You should be able to just spot this one, because this one doesn't move. Line it up, land on it. Now the other two are going to move. This one moves side to side, and this one also moves side to side. So this one's easy. It's the next one that's a little trickier though. This platform right here is nightmare fuel. You've made it all the way through the raid to this point, the takedown to this point, and now you're strafing and shooting enemies. You can easily strafe off the left, the right, or the middle of this platform. It's so easy to strafe off of this platform, and it's real easy to get knocked off this platform. So realistically, I would fight most everything from here-ish and try not to let them get too close to you to start bumping you, because then you're gonna have a problem where you go flying off maps. And you gotta be real careful with Zane and Amara here, because if you're doing any kind of build that revolves around speed, you can get moving too fast and accidentally fling yourself off the map. Ooh, I wasn't even trying to make an example and I almost did it. I was not even trying to show you an example and I almost did it. All right, and then once you clear this wave, ground shakes again and there'll be some more platforms. Now, don't just like go run and jump here, because, you know, you're gonna have a bad time. Go right here, jump onto this platform. Now wait, because there's another platform right there and you're gonna move toward it. See how we're moving that way? Wait till you're really close. I made the mistake of jumping on that before when I wasn't close enough, so be careful. And now we're at the end. So this boss fight's really fun too. I actually do like both of these boss fights quite a bit. So this boss fight is pretty straightforward. So this guy also has several immune phases. You can interrupt his thing that he was doing there by shooting one of those big brain dudes like I did and making it explode like that. Okay, and then nope. It only works on that first bar, it looks like. And then he's going to teleport you. When you get to this teleport area, you want to kill these guys as quick as possible, because while you're fighting these guys, he's healing up his armor bar. And then at some point, a portal is going to open up somewhere around here, so you can get back to the main area. There we go. Portal's here. All right. When you teleport back in here, there's going to be 2 stones. You're going to see that there's a beam attached to him from one of these 2 crystals. You need to go to the crystal that is giving him energy and melee it, and that busts it up. At that point, you cannot do anything to the other crystal no matter what you try. Believe me, I've tried. So if you can shoot those big brain dudes while he's in his immune phase, then he'll get pulled out of it. You got to get one close to him though. All right, then he's going to teleport you a second time. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. I think this is the one where we're going to get the portal underneath of us. There it is. So see, it happens in the floor, which is wild because it looks like you would fall to your death, you know. All right, so then you come back in. Crystal is charging him up again. You need to go over here and melee that. That interrupts that. And then at that point, you can start shooting him. Again, if you get these big brain dudes near him. I don't know if that's going to be close enough. Nope. This one close to him. There we go. That brings him out of it. And there you go. That's the fight. And it's going to look like he's still alive, and it'll make you panic because you can actually still damage him right now, but it doesn't do anything. And he's just keeling over. And then you get your takedown confirmed, you get your loot. and hopefully you get something good, which we did not. But you will also unlock the new Echo. I don't know if you can see my Echo thing and my new Zane skin here. So yeah, that's the takedown. That is the mechanics of it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. I did not find any chests in this room. When we beat it on 4 players, nothing unlocked. When I beat it solo, nothing unlocked. There's no way to get back up there, and there's no chest that seems to spawn there. These doors don't open. So yeah, that's the takedown. Again, we did it on Mayhem 4 to teach you guys the mechanics. Hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to do the takedown. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.